If your parents hit you growing up, you could turn out fine, but you could also not turn out fine, right? Like, you could internalize that and have a lot of problems from that. I want to talk about a particular post that I found on twitter.com, okay? Very interesting stuff from the libs of TikTok. Now, you may have seen this already. Very interesting stuff here. Now, if you haven't seen this yet, I would like to warn you, this is a video clip of actual child assault, okay? Like actual child assault, all right? Let's not even play it. I don't want to play it, okay? We're not going to play it. Suffice it to say, it's fucked, right? Like this teacher here, I'll just play it right up to the point right before he actually gets assaulted, right? This teacher runs after this kid. This teacher runs after this kid, right? So the camera switch, and then he grabs this kid, stops him, and slaps him, and then the kid falls to the floor. And a bunch of staff and students and shit are following him out, right? I'm probably allowed to show it, but I just don't want to. It's just so fucking gross. It's so gross. Now, I'm not showing you this because it's fucked up, right? Obviously it is. And typically, I wouldn't show this on stream unless there were some bigger story behind it. But here's the thing. The libs of TikTok posted this, right? A teacher in Jimtown High School, Indiana was caught on camera physically assaulting a student. Now, coming from any other Twitter account, this would have been a fine post, right? This would have just been an informative post. Why is libs of TikTok posting it? That makes no sense to me. Aren't they supposed to be posting the gender shit? You know, talking about helicopter gender, the same joke they've been doing for 12 years. So I don't know what's going on with that. So beyond that, it's not even just that the libs of TikTok posted it. It's that the user base that follows libs of TikTok are unmasking themselves, right? Just straight up unmasking themselves. Now, the teacher retired. I guess he got full benefits or whatever. That's all besides the point. It's fucked up, but it's besides the point, right? Somebody mentioned in the comments that the libs of TikTok is just bringing this to light, right? And I guess you could make that argument, but at the same time, it's the way that it's framed is kind of fucked up, right? It's implying that liberals are the ones doing this shit. This guy was literally conservative. He was a conservative, out and out conservative, Trump voter, whatever. So it's not the liberals, first of all. Second of all, it doesn't fucking matter, right? I don't care if you're a liberal, conservative, leftist who does this. You can be a leftist and do this. You can be a leftist and be a fucked up person, okay? Doesn't matter. What does matter is the responses are just amazing, right? Honestly, the kid probably deserves it. Never had a dad in his life to toughen him up, says SportsFan689. Oh boy, let's unpack this. So if your parents hit you growing up, you could turn out fine, but you could also not turn out fine, right? You could internalize that and have a lot of problems from that. Child abuse is so normalized that this take is considered normal by a non-zero number of people. Jesus Christ, literally saying, oh yeah, well this kid's dad obviously never slapped him with a fucking wooden spoon or a belt or something. So of course the kid deserved it. Now the story is that the kid threatened to rape the teacher's daughter, right? Fucked up stuff. Not something I support, but he's 12, dude. He's fucking 12. Literally a 12-year-old, right? I think he's 12. I might be conflating that with the police shooting story from earlier, but the point is he's an under 18 individual, and this teacher responded in such a explosive and inappropriate way, to say the least, in an illegal way as well. So to say the kid deserved it, I don't know how much more mask off you can be. You're literally saying the quiet part. Did the kid take a dive when he saw a witness? Kid ate a right hook and his head bounced off the wall. Yeah, I'm falling too when someone 3 to 4 times my size is leaning into me. And then somebody responds 8 seconds later. And I actually got into it with this guy on a different point in a different thread. But yeah, 8 seconds later, maybe he didn't fall from the actual impact of the punch. Maybe he fell because he was currently being assaulted and he was traumatized by that. He didn't know what was going to happen next. He didn't know if this teacher was going to kill him in that moment. Legitimately did not know, right? No way of knowing that. So yeah, this kid sank to the floor 8 seconds after being hit. Big fucking deal. And so he's saying the kid's faking it. And I have proof to say that he's faking it, by the way. I could show you that, but I won't unpack it right now. Here's another good one. I wasn't concerned until the hit upside the head. More context is needed. Okay. Out of context child abuse. No, it's pretty unacceptable in any circumstance for an adult to hit a child. Now, a normal person would say that, but a, intellectual would then think to reply,
depends entirely on the situation. 99 out of 100 times you're right, but occasionally there's that one that needs a good reality check.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? Excellent take. Brilliant deduction. I cannot, in all honesty, believe that people exist in civilized society and actually believe these things. It's insane. Yeah, don't hit kids. It's pretty simple. Have these people seen delayed knockouts? I know, right? Yeah. It doesn't matter if it's a knockout or not. I legitimately do not care if this kid was faking it. You know what? You can say, yeah, totally. Let's say it's true that this kid was faking it. This kid, wasn't hurt. And he was like,
hey, I'm going to get this teacher in even more trouble. In even more trouble than he would have been in otherwise for hitting a kid, right?
And then he sinks to the ground and fakes it. Okay. And what's your point? There's no more vulnerable person than a child, unless you count a disabled child. That's it. If we cannot, as a society, agree that we have to protect children, I don't know what else we can agree on. I really honestly don't. It's always think of the kids until someone comes to physical assault. Exactly. And I got one more, and then I want to get to my main point. Sometimes you need a backstory. Right? Same thing.
Context, please. Context. OOC, child abuse. OOC, child abuse is okay. In context, OOC.
What context makes this okay? Nothing. I don't care if this kid shouted a death threat at that teacher. I don't. This kid could have straight up said that he would bring a gun to school the next day. Doesn't matter. You do not fucking punch a child. Okay? Certainly not one that's walking away from you. It's disgusting. Reprehensible. And people like that really do need help. They need help. I am convinced that this man is mentally unstable. Okay? And that does not excuse what he did. But oh my God, he needs help. Okay? All of this is to say, the user base that follows Libs of TikTok. I mean, honestly, this seemed like somebody hacked Libs of TikTok and posted this knowing what the deranged responses were going to be, right? One step removed from these is people saying jokes about how, oh, the kid misgendered him. Oh boy, the one joke that they have, right? That was a big one. Somebody said if the teacher had come back and said the kid said the N-word, then the teacher would have been praised as a hero. That was a really cool thing. I couldn't really pack into one post all of the fucked up and deranged things that people said about this child and the accusations they were throwing at him. A child walking away who was grabbed from behind by a teacher and assaulted. So there you go. That's Libs of TikTok for you. That's their user base. They're upstanding, Republican, very normal, very cool user base. And I just thought that was fun to share with you guys, right? We had a fun time.